What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So as always, every single Wednesday I upload a video of the 100 run series where we either do 100 runs of a specific dungeon or we do 10 hours of an open world farm. And if you guys got any suggestions on what the next one should be, then just leave it down in the comment section. And in today's video we got Molten Core. So I've done this for 10 hours, almost 100 runs. It's like sometimes I believe that I only did 9 runs instead of 10 because I screwed up by jumping into lava without paying attention and so on. So it's like roughly 100 runs. I'm not killing any bosses, so it's really hard to keep track of it. But according to the dark iron ore that I got, it should be 100 runs. So why you should do this dungeon, how you should do it, like when it comes to class really doesn't matter. There's a lot of mobs, and in order to do 10 runs in 1 hour in this dungeon, you really can't focus on killing all the mobs. Like, the loot table in Molten Core, yes, there is some world drop recipes, plans, and transfer items that you can get, but the mobs are really spread out. So I decided to focus on the way that I would normally farm Molten Core, and that is focusing on these giants that I just killed, the Molten Giants, because they can drop blood of the mountain, and then on the dark iron mining. So if you guys got mining, definitely go and do Molten Core. And I've always liked farming this one because even if you use dark iron ore, like if you're a crafter, it feels way better to actually farm it yourself than spending gold on it, because on some realms it can be quite pricey to buy the dark iron bars. So that's what I do personally. And even if you just want to make some decent gold, like steady gold on your own, doing Molten Core with mining is really strong. It sells for a lot of gold. So make sure you don't pull these mobs, because if you kill a boss, you're screwed. I always pull them, but then just get back into stealth and you're going to be fine. But yeah, so as I said, you focus on the deposits, the dark iron ore, and then you focus on killing the big molten giants, and that's pretty much it. So the items that I'm mainly focusing on: dark iron ore, blood of the mountain. Blood of the mountain can be dropped from both these molten giants and from the deposits, the dark iron ore deposits themselves. So there you go, that's one. And the price of a blood of the mountain is anywhere from like 700 gold to a couple thousand gold each. Whenever I see it for less than 1,000 gold, I usually end up buying it on the auction house, because it quickly goes back up to over 2,000 gold on my realm. I'm going to show you guys the average prices that I bought the Blood of the Mountain for and the Dark Iron bars, so you guys can see it. So the route, really simple. As I said, there's a shit ton of mobs. They're really spread out. Pay good attention to the route that I use. I think it's pretty nice. It's basically just focusing on getting every single deposit and every single giant. So you guys can all, like, obviously you can kill all the mobs that's in the dungeon. However, if you do decide to kill all the mobs in the dungeon, there's little to no chance of actually doing 10 runs in 1 hour. That's why I said that some of the runs might have been 9 when I was streaming it, because if you're not paying attention and you're kind of slacking and not min-maxing and doing it like super efficient, then you're gonna end up with 9 runs instead of 10, at least for me. And I even have a speed set on this tune, so keep in mind, make sure you kill all of these. Dude, I'm really lucky in these runs on the Blood of the Mountain. It's not normal. Like, I've already received 3 of them in 1 run. That's definitely not normal. I mean, as I said, they have a market value of, I think it is like 1.8k, so getting like 6,000 gold every run in Blood of the Mountain, that will be insane. But that's definitely not the case. I'm going to show you guys the total amount of Blood of the Mountain that I got. And the bars. I already know the result, because obviously I had to go and melt like all the ore. It was like 5,000 dark iron ore. So I already know the amount of bars and everything. And I'm excited to share the result with you guys, so you guys can see how good of a farm it is. And some people are making a lot of gold on this. Some people will be pissed that I'm actually making a video on it. But then again, a lot of people will be happy, because the crafters that can't be arsed to farm any of the materials themselves, they're most likely going to get some cheap materials out of this if everyone goes out and farm it without the intention of using it for crafting. So this is actually the last room that we're going to go to. It's a giant fucking room though, but we're not going to go and kill Raggy. We're just going to pick up these deposits down in this room in front of this boss. Then we're gonna go jump like up on this plateau, see if there's some deposits on the plateau, and pretty much just walk down to Gold Mag and pick up the deposits there, and then we'll just pour it out, and that's pretty much it. There's no Molten Giants, and time-wise, as I've said, I mean, it's already been like 5 minutes-ish. So we don't really have time if we want to do like maximize the amount of dark iron ore that you can get. It's not worth running for a minute to get that one deposit. It's way better to just leave. I could tell on the minimap that there was no deposits up. So I'm just walking down to this one, which I believe is the last one on my lap. No, it's actually one more behind the boss. And that means that we're done after picking up that one. That should be right beneath the 6. You can't kill that dog. Stealth, reset, and he's gonna respawn. Make sure, don't kill jack shit. If you do, well, you can't re-enter, because right now I'm gonna pour it out, reset dungeon, pour it back in, and do the run all over again. But that was pretty much it for the lap. Like, running Molten Core is extremely easy. You just gotta focus on killing the Molten Giants. Make sure you have mining, otherwise I wouldn't do Molten Core. And do not kill any bosses or ads connected to bosses unless you can reset them, so you're not going to screw up the instant saves. You just fly back down in and then re-enter Molten Core, and that's pretty much it. So what you've all been waiting for, like, how much gold did I make from doing this? Opening up the bags, you guys can see that I got 613 dark iron bars. You can see on the TSM accounting that I've actually spent an average of 482 golds on these dark iron bars, which means that I've spent 256,000 gold on 532 of these. So if I can sell them for as much as I bought them for, like averagely, I made like 270,000 gold on dark iron bars. Also, the same with the Blood of the Mountain. You guys can see min 262, max 2.5k. Market value on this 1.5k, which means 85,000 gold for the Blood of the Mountain. Only 40,000 gold right now in my realm though. Well, that's probably just someone posting a couple of them for 700, hoping for a quick sale. Yeah, it's like one guy. And then it's 1,000, couple of those, and then right back up to 1,800. And I also got some items. I just kept them to show you guys. Cloud Creeper leg plates is actually a really decent one. Then I got the Helm of Narv. Got double High Council. I always tend to sell these, so I just kept them. And a shitty epic, like an amulet. But all combined on this one, it's 417,000 gold. And let's face it, that's with the prices on my realm, which is a hype up. So if you guys play on a realm that isn't constantly full populated, you're probably going to make more gold. And this is pretty much steady. This is like 40,000 gold steady on most realms. So if you have mining and you're bored of running around mining it like ghost iron ore, then go ahead, try Molten Core. It's well, doing it 100 runs, I'm not gonna lie, the last 20-30 runs was tough to get through, but doing an hour every now and then is actually fun because it's something new. But that was it for today's video. So if you liked it, make sure to let me know in the comment section, and if you got any suggestions on the next farm, please leave it down in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, bye bye.